What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestle Fury. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Always a pleasure to be rocking and rolling with all you beautiful souls around the globe. Guys, I know it's been a minute. I haven't been dropping as much content on this channel that I thought I would be able to do, and it's just been me adjusting to this hashtag van life. I've been adjusting. It's been taking me a minute to really get into a good rhythm and flow. Plus, I don't have my desktop to help with that said flow. I've been having to make do on my 2011 MacBook Air. It's just not there. It's not getting it done. So, between that and my cell phone, which we're using now, which I apologize if the audio isn't extremely perfect, or the video for that matter. I think it's going to turn out okay. But yeah, as you can see, I don't have my mic in front of me or none of that fancy stuff. But I just had to freaking drop some content on this channel because a lot's been going on in the wrestling freaking world right now. And I got to tell you guys, I for one am excited that Goldberg is rumored to be making a freaking appearance at SummerSlam against Bobby Lashley. Now, this is what I've heard. I hope it's 100% accurate, this information, because we've heard so many different things that are allegedly going to happen at SummerSlam. It's hard to decipher between what is real and what is just rumor right now. What has maybe at one point in time been factual, and then changed due to some unforeseen circumstance. I mean, one of the biggest things would be Brock Lesnar. I've heard that name dropped so many times that that's a match they wanted to, see happen. Brock and everyone wants Brock and Lashley. Like, let's be real. But for some reason, we're getting Goldberg and Lashley. I think what they're saying is, and it makes sense to me, that they want to hold out on Brock making his grand return until he can actually do a whole match and storyline with Roman. I mean, look, the storyline is already there. It really just paints a picture perfectly with Heyman being freaking now the freaking the tribal chiefs dude now, the freaking head of the tables freaking dude, and of course he's always been Brock's dude, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be very, very, very interesting to see how this all plays out. Now, this is something I could totally get behind. I think that's going to be huge. That's definitely the bigger story between that and the Lashley one. With that being said, though, there's a lot of us fans that have been wanting to see Bobby and freaking Brock go at it for a very, very long time. So I think at some stage we'll get it. I don't have any actual data, that is backing that theory. I just think it will happen. I think that eventually it will happen. It's kind of one of those like it's not a question of if, it's more of a when. I think that is a match that needs to happen, definitely. And I just want to see Brock back. I'm probably one of those diehard Brock fans, and I know there's a lot of you guys out there that feel the same way that I do. Brock Lesnar, he's a draw. He's a major draw, and I think we're going to start seeing some of these big names return now that there's going to be, people back in the seats. Now that the Thunderdome era is officially over, which I got to tell you guys, I actually enjoyed the Thunderdome. I thought it was kind of cool. It's definitely technology, felt like something from the future. It was kind of cool, but it was also kind of something missing, that real live feel that you can only get when the fans are actually in attendance. The real chance, the real just things that can happen in the heat of the moment. That was missing. So I'm really, really excited to have fans back. I can't wait for SmackDown. Tomorrow, guys, is the day. Actually, it could be tomorrow my time, was it? So, well, yeah, a few hours, matter of hours, actually, it should be the case where SmackDown will actually air with fans for the first time in a very long time. So things are starting to get back to normal, and for better or for worse, that seems to be the case. I don't really know. I've got mixed feelings on everything. This pandemic has just made things really weird, though. I guess at some point in time, you do have to just be like, well, we've done all we can do. Let's just get back to business as usual and do our best to minimize risk, I guess, But I'm excited. Fans back on the seats. Then you got Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, again, going to be super huge. Super exciting stuff there. Guys, hold on one second. All right, guys, sorry about that. I was like, thought I heard some weird noise, but it's all good. Anyways, yeah, Money in the Bank going to be a really huge show as well. I think we're going to see the return, maybe some unexpected surprises. They're talking Becky Lynch. She's supposedly going to be in the back area at the show. They haven't really said whether or not she's definitely going to be, participating, but she's going to be in attendance. Now, that means to me there's a very good chance that she's going to make some sort of appearance at SummerSlam. It would be, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. It is kind of a no-brainer if you ask me, especially considering she has to be at SummerSlam. I mean, there's just no way she's not going to be returning by SummerSlam. She's been looking really, really good. A lot of people have been showing different pictures of her across socials and her looking very fit. I've seen some of them. She's looks like she's ready to freaking just go at it. So it's going to be very interesting if she, makes that appearance, or if she doesn't. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. They're not letting anything out the bag right now, but will be interesting. Will be interesting if she doesn't make an appearance at Money in the Bank. I guess they need Raw to be pretty big this week as well. Whether Becky's going to be on Raw or SmackDown, that's an interesting question. I mean, they got the drafts and stuff coming up soon, but still, I think that now that, like they said, WWE has been saying, man, they're going to freaking really bring it now that they've got the fans back. That's what they've been waiting for. That's why Raw has been kind of on autopilot and they haven't really been doing anything significant because, they've been waiting for fans. They want to save all the good stuff for when the fans are back. So I think they're going to stop just going through the motions and really start bringing it, especially since I heard that the freaking, it's kind of not fair, but it is, but it isn't, because it's different days of the week. It's hard to say, but people are saying the whole Dynamite beat freaking Raw in the 18 to 49 demographic, or whatever that demo is. I think that's the demo. You guys know which one I'm talking about. But apparently Raw one didn't get as many tuning in that group as Dynamite did. So they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And plus they had over 1 million people on Dynamite, tuning in this week as well, which is like their 5th biggest show. So, it's an interesting time. I mean, I guess there's always going to be that freaking AEW and WWE kind of freaking battle, even if it's unofficial at the moment, now that NXT is no longer on Wednesdays and all of that craziness that was going on. But it's look, Dynamite is doing freaking well for themselves. I mean, AEW is making smart moves. They're picking up some primetime players, man, and no pun intended on there. But they're picking up some really legit freaking dudes. They got freaking, Aleister Black. Well, that's not his name anymore, but, they've got Black on there now. I think a lot of people are going to be excited to see Black doing his thing. I think he's going to bring a lot of eyes there. And AEW keeps taking a bunch of WWE stars and adding them to their roster, ex-WWE stars, I should say, and bringing them into the roster there. That's just going to continue to boost their image and bring more eyes who are WWE fans of, they might have some people who they really enjoyed watching, like they were fans of Black or fans of The Big Show or fans of freaking, Hardy, fans of, Cody fans of, the list is so long. Am I right? Am I right? The list is long of ex WWE stars that are now part of AEW. So there's a lot of reasons why some WWE fans may tune in now. Um, you'll still have your diehards who won't because they're just loyal to the product no matter what. But there's some people who are just wrestling fans and not brand fans as such, but they just love wrestling. So they would tune in for that reason, So it's an interesting time. I think it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. Right now, there's a lot going on, especially now that as a wrestling fan, you can now also go and start seeing live shows again and all of that. All around, you got so many cool options, things that you didn't have before, you now do. So in some way, AEW being on the scene has obviously kind of brought a new energy into the whole wrestling world. Whether you're an AEW fan or not, you have to respect and appreciate the fact that AEW has given a lot of wrestlers another lease on life, one that they may not have had if it had not been for them being on the scene. I think it's also going to light a fire under WWE to do better, to actually perhaps start listening to the fans a bit more and giving the fans what they really want. Because the fans have been talking for a long time and saying what they want, and for some reason beyond me, even though WWE really knows what the fans want, sometimes they just decide, nah, we know better. We have a whole department of professionals who know exactly what the fans really want. And it's not what they are actually saying all across social media. I don't know, go figure. Blows my mind. But hey, look, I'm a diehard WWE fan, so it is what it is. I guess we just hope and pray that one day some of the things we really, really, really been wanting to happen for so long will happen. So fingers crossed. But I know you guys are going to be tuning in this weekend. This is a very good weekend for wrestling. It's going to be iconic as such, no pun intended. But and it's not really a big. It's crazy, man. This is the thing. Speaking of iconics, because they've been on my mind. It's like WWE does questionable things that, again, us fans just go, why? Why? I mean, when they first broke up the Iconics, I was like, why? And you was hoping maybe they're going to really give, them a singles push or something really big would happen to make us go, okay, we could see why that happened. But now neither of them are in the group, and now the Iconics are, sorry, in the company, I should say, and now the Iconics are going to be where? That's the question. Some people are saying they might show up in Impact. Some people are saying that. Some people are saying AEW. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But these are the things that we just go, why? Why? Murphy, why? Why did you get rid of Murphy? He's been chirping a bit, making some noise on socials and stuff, been in some interviews and things, so we at least he's still being active and keeping his name relevant, even though he has this 90-day non-compete thing that he's got to unfortunately wait the 90 days for, unlike Black, who got a little bit lucky with that little bit of a clerical issue that WWE had there. He was supposed to be on the 90-day non-compete, for you guys who don't know, but they messed up and from his NXT days didn't swap it over and whatnot. So he was able to loophole it with the 30-day. Because of that, he's now in AEW sooner rather than later, which I'm sure AEW is really happy about. Black fans are happy about. WWE is not happy about. So, but hey, it is what it is, man. We've heard the president doesn't like the whole non-compete thing. I'm not exactly sure what Biden thinks he can really do about it. This is America. That's capitalism is kind of what it is built on non-compete clauses. If you haven't been paying attention, it is kind of a thing. Everyone has a non-compete clause. It's nothing new. It's been part of our freaking society for a very long time. And, in some ways they make a lot of sense. and especially WWE. I mean, I think WWE wrestlers, they really should. I mean, look, it sucks losing your job. Don't get me wrong, it sucks, man. Like, and it sucks for us as fans because we want to see our faves stay in WWE. But that being said, man, they get paid during their non-compete that whole period of time. It's not like they're not getting paid, man. They still get paid during that period of time, dude. So it's not like they get canned and then they freaking can't get any money or anything like that, dude. Like, take it as a freaking little bit of a vacay, man. Take it as a little bit of a chance to recharge and just come up with your new plan of attack and your new gimmick. Come up with something fresh and new. Like, spend time with your freaking other half. Like, whatever it is, think your blessings, because there's people who you lose a job and they ain't getting nothing else after that, you know. So find the positives, man. There's always something to be thankful for, you know. Find the positiveness of it. John Cena, I think we're going to see him soon. His return is imminent. I think it's going to be sometime between now and the next 11 days or so. He's going to be somewhere on one of these shows. We will see him. That is definitely going to be happening. So that's something for everyone to look forward to. I can't wait to see Cena back as well. Also, I'm wondering, when are we going to see The Fiend? I heard that he is going to be coming sometime over the next month or so, that he should be back on screen. You know, I mean, it's now, I guess we're going to start seeing, you know, all of these big players that we've come to know and love finally back making big player moves, you know, across the brands. WWE is going to be just freaking whining and dining, shining and blinding. Woo! It'll be really great. I can't wait. I know you guys are excited too. I'm excited. So I guess it's just a wait and see game. I'm going to possibly do a for the first time, maybe a watch along for Money in the Bank. I think I'm going to do that. I think it'll be fun. So keep it lock and load on this channel, because I think that's something we're going to do. I may do a predictions video for Money in the Bank of what I actually think as far as the matches that I know are going to happen, who's going to win, and all that kind of stuff. You know, I don't really have much to really speculate on, other than, you know, because at the end of the day, I think WWE is going to really surprise us this time. I think it's going to be kind of, the gloves are off, no holds barred. We want this to be big and really make a statement. I think it's going to be a good show. I think a lot of surprises are going to freaking happen, but I'm hoping anyways. I'm hoping. So between SmackDown and Money in the Bank, it's going to be interesting to see what level WWE comes at. I heard we're going to get new sets as well, so that should be exciting, something we can see. It's going to be a new augmented reality experience or something or another, they're saying. So it should be interesting to see what WWE brings to the party. They definitely need to inject something new into the whole product, which we've heard some NXT call-ups are coming, which is good news. I heard that Karrion Kross is probably going to be coming very soon. You know, Scarlett, you know, his other half and whatnot. Freaking Reed, there's like Bronson Reed, all these, you know, people are going to make a gigantic impact on the main roster. And correction, I ain't going to be one of those people calling it the main roster, because it ain't like that. I believe NXT, and I'm going to do a video on this as well. I'm going to do a video on NXT and how it's kind of funny to me that in 2021 people are calling NXT, you know, not the main roster, a main roster. I think NXT has a respectable ton of really great talent, and I think that it doesn't get the love that it really deserves, and it's partly WWE's fault, because they started out making like, okay, from here on in, the three brands are all equals, and you know, especially when you see someone like Mandy Rose come back to NXT, you know, you had the Demon, you know, at one stage come back to NXT. You've got Samoa Joe back in NXT. You've got, you know, tons of already talented people in NXT. Adam Cole, you know, all kinds of dope people in NXT. Like, stop treating it like it's anything other than just another brand of WWE. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's make them all equals. WWE started out seeming like that's the route they were going to go at one stage. Remember when they had the 3 brands fighting and WWE NXT freaking won at Survivor Series and all that, you know, like they were like doing it then and making it legit seem that way. And then they freaking decided to kind of, you hear everyone talking and they kind of do that whole, when they speak, they go, will they be on the main roster? The main roster. So that annoys me. Show NXT the love and respect it deserves. They have a full, like, just arsenal of talent there. So I need to catch myself when because I just slipped right then earlier and I was like, oh, main roster, but I don't see it that way. I think they are all just different brands and flavors of WWE. They offer different things, and you know, you either are a fan who might resonate more with NXT, you might resonate more with SmackDown, you might resonate more with Raw, you might resonate with all 3, whatever. But you know, show it the respect it deserves. That's all I'm saying. But look, guys, I'm excited. I'm gonna end this video here because yeah, right now I'm just kind of winging it with a little bit of info that I've come across. Keep it locked and loaded, and make sure you're subscribed. Give me that thumbs up button. I will be doing my best to drop more content on this particular channel. If you guys don't know, I have over 60 channels. Yes, that sounds insane, but I am going Guinness Book of World Records. That's my goal, objective. So support the freaking fight to be the Guinness Book of World Records holder for the most channels on YouTube. Anyways, I love you guys. As always, remember to live each moment to the fullest and to keep it off tap out.